I grew up as a small-town kid from Cheshire, Connecticut. And since a small child, I grew up battling my own weight and dealing with all the hardships that went along with that. Well, by the age 14, with instruction from my father, who was a personal trainer for collegiate athletes, I began lifting weights pretty seriously. I had to because high school football was starting in about 3 months. That summer, I pumped iron, ate like a horse, and gained about 30 pounds. All through high school, I pumped weights to get stronger. But I was always very chubby. I grew in fat, too. Well, after high school, reality set in. My son was born. I worked, went to school, was building a foundation for my family. And all I did was work. I didn't have time to exercise. Although that's what I told myself. This created a lot of stress on me. So what did I do? I ate a lot of good tasting food to make myself feel better. And then it went to alcohol. It was like my reward for working so much. That's my reward for the end of the day. I'm going to eat this good meal and have this nice glass of wine. I'm going to have myself a beer because I worked hard. Well, I became so overweight and then irritable because I was getting overweight. I kept trying to disguise my fat. I was wearing big clothes. I turned my back to the mirror. I was so self-conscious. It felt like people would snicker and poke fun at me. People can be cruel that way. You know what? Maybe it was in my own mind. Who knows? Well, later on, I bumped into an old friend. We decided to meet up at a local gym to work out like old times to catch up. Well, I was so shocked during our workout and so mad that all he could lift was about half the weight he could. And I was once twice as strong as he was. He was lean, he looked awesome, the girls over at the gym were talking to him. I mean, talk about motivation. I wanted to feel that way. You know, I wanted to lean up and feel like that too. I had such a strong will at this point. I ran outside on the street till I just about dropped every day. Ate about 3 salads for meals. And that's it. That's all I ate. Well, what happened was I got so skinny and weak I looked sick. People were asking if I was okay. Not what I had in mind. Now I'm tired, I got a slow metabolism. I once again became discouraged. Daily gaining weight back, plus even more. Because what happens is when you deprive your body of food, so it learns how to store fat faster. Because it thinks it's going to starve again. So anyway, I figured I was just designed to be fat. That's it. I'm giving up. God intended me to be this way. I'm accepting it. That's it. So quickly I became sad and grumpy and irritable again. Well, this is what happened. Months later, I was cleaning out my garage, and this inspirational video fell out of a box, and it hit me on the back of the head. And I'm pretty upset at this point. I got this lump on the back of my head. Well, I go to pick the thing up. I'm about to throw it in the garbage, and I'm looking at the cover of this video, and it's got these before and after photos on the cover. And we've all seen the before and after photos of people who have made these amazing transformations. But how do I know they were real? So I go to throw it in the garbage, my hand extended. I'm looking at the cover thinking, what if? Could these pictures be true? What if I did it? Could I do it? I'm saying to myself. What if I didn't try? I'll never know. I'll look back and say I never tried. I never know. I walked upstairs, I popped the tape in the VCR, and I watched how normal people could transform their bodies so quick by doing the right things. I even related to some of their stories, and I had just about cried throughout the entire video. They were all in a slump. All these people that had transformed were in a low. They knew they wanted and needed to change, but they didn't take that step. Nor did they even know how to do it. But what intrigued me so much weren't really the changes in their bodies as it was the life changes that went along with it. I mean, myself, I was in an all-time low. I hated my body, all the experiences that go along with that. I had no self-confidence, low self-esteem. I felt embarrassed to go to the gym, embarrassed to even go out. And I had this big belly sticking over a belt and a chubby face to go along with it. I had no energy to play with my kid, who I love so much. He doesn't deserve to grow up and watch his father, the man he's supposed to respect the most, destroy himself. He used to say, "Dad, you're going to be sick today? Let's go out and play. Dad, play with me." He deserves the best father I could be. It was hard to roll out of bed each day. I was better than that. I hated my job, my beat-up old condo, not having money, an old truck. The list goes on. I had enough. EAS holds a body transformation contest, a Body for Life contest, with major prizes for the winner. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe this is my way out. I didn't want to look back and say I never tried this, because then it would be too late. I knew I was a better person. I was just surrounded with fat. I have more character than this. I planned the entire eating and exercise out for 12 weeks. I cut out the junks and made time to exercise. I was so committed to doing this. I was going to make 12 weeks or die trying. I took a picture of what I looked like. I saw it and I was so disgusted. I didn't think it was even that bad. I focused on determination and the end result at all times. If others did it, so could I. I followed the plan to the T, day in, day out. I didn't miss a workout. I didn't miss a meal. Week in, week out, busting my butt in a dirty garage with a bench and some dumbbells, surrounded by before and after pictures that I put up to motivate me as I went. I'm sweating through the cardio workouts, pushing away the cake and the pizza and the ice cream. The first couple of weeks were the toughest. I was building new routines, zapping bad habits, and fighting all the soreness. But the rest of the 12 weeks zipped by. Once you get through that, the rest of it, you've got momentum. Once I started seeing results in the first couple of weeks, I gained momentum, which made me see even more results, which builds more momentum. My body changed so drastically, so quickly, but what was even better was all the life changes that went with it. My whole life had transformed. I glowed. I felt alive. It was incredible. I became so confident, like I could do anything or talk to anyone. It made me a better father. I had so much more energy to play with my son. People didn't even recognize me. I had to buy all new clothes because my pants were so loose and I couldn't even drill any more holes in my belt. I was asked to model by a talent agency to do advertisements for them. Women were talking to me that never would have talked to me before. I never felt that before. It became a revolution for me in my life. I realized that all these life experiences came from focusing on my body first. I represent what can happen to you when you combine the science of proper exercise and nutrition and an intense desire to make a change. I'm living proof that that formula can't fail, and that anyone can do this no matter what restriction they think they may have. Recent research shows that 99% of all humans are anatomically and physiologically the same, so any restrictions come from your own mind. The more people that I met, the more people that were inspired by my story and wanted me to show them how to do it too. How they too can change their body and lead an extraordinary life that they see in me. I became so passionate in showing others on how they can do it too, because I get to relive my own experience along with them. I always knew I wanted to touch people's lives, and there's no better feeling in the world than guiding people through this program and watching their lives transform. So I did. Friends and family led to their friends and family, starting in my garage and my kitchen doing the nutrition, leading to a 1,200 square foot place, and in 6 months it expanded to 2,500 square feet. My personal training facility was born, and it continues to grow. And we have this one principle in mind, and that's our mission. And here is our mission. Horizon is dedicated to inspiring and building new lifestyles for others' mental and physical improvements to in turn empower the lives around them.